All right, welcome back, my dear student. So in the last lecture, we had a little difficulty because we were not able to see the user or the author right here, right? So what do you think the next step is? Hopefully you were able to fix it. If not, then we'll debug it together and learn how to be better developers, all right? So the first thing I think, and actually I know, is to check to see what's going on in the database, right? So let's go to our post table and let's check the user post user column. We can see that there is nothing here. If you have a lot of posts, make sure that you have this 500 available. And as you can see, actually is we do have the ID of the user. All right, so excuse me, we got 1 and 3. So we know that user with ID 1 and 3 have been are this being inserted there, but we're not actually displaying them here in the view of post. So we need to figure out what's going on. So this is working. Our add post is working. Let's find out what it's going on here. All right. So as we can see here, we're saying if it's set the post author or if it's not empty, then we'll echo out post author. All right. If not, we echo out post user. So let's just double click here and we can see that we are actually pulling out that information. So the next step would be to test any of them. Let me actually, as a matter of fact, I think our CMS is actually working, just because sometimes our mistakes could be so simple. Let me go ahead and show you. Our mistakes could be so simple as just to not really looking at information. Basically, you can. What I'm trying to say is that we can make mistakes that really are not mistakes. And let me show you what I think might be the problem. So I'm gonna go view post here, and sometimes I was just making sure that it is not nowhere here, and I can see that there is no username Rico anywhere. So I thought that maybe it was showing somewhere else, and just because I didn't see it here, but anyway, it could be as simple as you not looking at the right information. All right, so sometimes we don't make mistakes and we think we have. So anyway, let me not confuse you too much. Let's go ahead, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all this out and let's see if this post user is displaying. I'm gonna save it, come back here and enter. So we are actually getting the post user. All right, but we're getting the ID, of course. We need to pull out the name of it. All right, now we need to find out why our condition is not working. And let's just, what we're going to be doing is structuring our condition differently. So what I did was Command Z or Control Z. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to check to see if we use this condition here, if it works better. All right, if it's not empty, echo it. So enter, and now we get it. All right, so we are actually getting that. Let's just make sure that we get the name right. So what we need to do is actually insert the name of it instead of the ID right here. All right, we could do this two different ways. All right, we send the ID of the user and we pull it out through here. We make another query right here. All right, or we could send the username here. Show you right now. Super simple. Save. All right, now when we add a new post, it's not going to show right here on these new ones here, but we could do it right here. So let's actually, it's from adding a post. So let's say test 1 JavaScript. I'm going to leave it as Rico. Publish. I'm going to choose a file. Bootstrap. I'm going to put Bootstrap here as keyword and content or whatever. Publish. View, edit more posts. And as you can see right now, we are displaying the user right here. We're displaying everything as it should. And if it was an author, then we will be displaying the author, right? So let's go ahead and check to see. View a post. let's check to see if the author is actually working, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and go to, I don't know, this post right here. Let's make a new post from, actually our post author is not gonna work anymore. We are actually not using that functionality. All right. If we make a comment, then we can see the author of that comment right here. All right. So that would be somebody from outside. We're not going to be using the post author here anymore. It's gonna be user now. All right. So let's change that author thing that could confuse us, the author keyword, and let's change it for user, because only users can make posts, right? User, save, and now user. Now, one last thing that we need to do is that we need to go to our home site right here. Make sure that we are displaying the right information. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Let's just minimize all this stuff here. Make sure that we go to our index, and here instead of post author, we're fetching the post user and post user. You need to update whatever you are actually displaying the post user or using it. All right. One good thing of doing it, one good way of doing it would be to do a command F to check for everything that says author here. As you can see, we have some information that are actually going here, so that we need to upgrade. All right. So I'm going to do that in the next lecture because this is going to take me some time. Basically, this information here, if I click on it, is going to take me to all the posts made by Miguel, for example. All right. So we need to upgrade that to where it says all the posts made by this specific user. All right. So we'll do that in the next lecture. Take care.